There's always going to be room, especially when it's trillion-dollar company against trillion-dollar companies.
Like, how close to adoption are we?
We talk in mass adoption.
How close are we to a significant portion of the population, A, being aware of, and B, at least interacting with, if not adding their own thing into it, but at least watching other people be a part of it, are we?
We've already hit the ladder, everything with filters and everything. That's just step one. That's dipping the toe in. I think I think once Apple releases obviously nothing public yet, but once they release some news about their headset, let alone show it at a conference over the next 1 to 2.5 years, that's going to be the whistle. We're going to see everyone really bring to public light what they're working on. Then we're in like the old school space race. Who can create the best? It's not always the first. It's who does it best.
Yes.
USA wasn't the first in space. We're certainly the best at it, though.
Yes. Okay. So now I'm thinking a little bit based off what you started this with, though. Because you were saying you like what Facebook's doing, building this metaverse that is going to be on their operating system and everything. But obviously, as you just pointed out, Apple is working on the same thing in their operating system. So they are just directly competing with that. And hypothetically, Apple could end up winning this and making what Zuckerberg's doing irrelevant.
I don't think making it relevant. There's always going to be room, especially when it's trillion-dollar company against trillion-dollar company. So long as your product is good. I mean, everyone will probably not remember, or, they blacked it out with the Windows Phone. Microsoft tried to make a phone, and it was not great.
Oh, I remember.
It was not great, and that's why we're down to essentially two companies. I will say, too, because Samsung, you make quality phones, but, like, you're using Android. Who owns Android? Google.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the person that owns the hardware and software aspect of it reigns king. And there can be multiple of them. There can be a handful of them because over the years, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Snapchat, they've grown their user bases, loyal user bases. What that'll mean for the next generation of hardware, I'm not sure. But we're seeing it, I liken it to, the cord cutting phase, right? You see Netflix. Netflix was the end all be all. You saw Disney, they own now Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN. Mm-hmm. You see Comcast with Peacock. You see AT&T with HBO Max. The list goes on and on. We won't have that degree of amount of participants in the race, and I think the cord cutting we'll see consolidation back towards the mean of amount of companies. But I do think in the sense of how many people can there will be multiple winners. Apple will win. Google will win. Facebook will win. Snapchat will win. But outside of that, you're going to have a lot of smaller people.